Hello and welcome back to the ESL ESEA Pro League. I'm Alex Machine Richardson, joined by this man here, Jason Kaplan, and we're going to be jumping straight on in with our first game of the day. It is going to be so good to cast these games. I mean, like when we were scrolling through, like, oh, who gets to do what day, me and Jason had a big smile on our face when we saw just how many top teams are going to be competing today for the ESL ESEA Pro League. We are jumping into the knife round very shortly, but first up, TSM VP. You see them on paper, Jason. You see Dust2. How do you see this one playing out?
Okay, well, we should start off with how many times they've met in 2015. They've met a total of 16 times. So you look at that, like that's quite a few, but not really too many considering how many tournaments we've had across the whole year so far. Where Virtus.Pro won 10 times and only losing 6 times. So you would assume Virtus.Pro going to be the team to be the favorites in this, but there's a lot of other things behind that you kind of look at and like, I'm not too sure. They haven't met on Dust2 in 2015, not even once so far. And then, of course, we did have them last play at the Face It LAN finals where Virtus.Pro won Overpass Mirage and TSM ended up winning on Inferno. But Virtus.Pro, their Dust2 scorelines have been pretty subpar. They played a total of 8 times in 2015, even with a couple of no-name teams in there. And they've won 3 times and lost 5.
And as we jump on into the knife round, your stats kind of tell a story suggesting that both sides have their reasons to be able to pick up this victory. VP, arguably not, Dust2 not their strongest map, and we are going to see VP close but no cigar. Managed to pick that one up. As look, we can see Neo was just 1 stab away as well. Picked up 3, and they are going to have the choice of sides.
Well, we need to compare the fact that Virtus.Pro have been playing some teams that are relatively unknown, like GG Wellplayed.Pro in Game Show Season number 2. But then you have TSM, where they beat NIP in the the finals of Face It 21-18. Then they beat them again 16-14 in the winner bracket final of PGL. They beat Dignitas 16-14 in Fragbites. They beat Envious 26-23 in the Face It groups. They played Dust2 25 times in 2015 and have won 18 times and lost 7. So TSM, they have the stats to prove it, but can they perform when it matters?
Time to find out. Both teams ready to go as we're going to be jumping into this one. Looks like VP opted to take the T side to kick this one off, as KGB is just going to be running straight up mid, gathering some intel. He saw one cross towards those long doors area, but does he know that there's definitely a definitive stack for the T side?
Well, Virtus.Pro playing this one very slow. They do have 4 flashes and 2 smokes to work with, while letting Neo kind of roam around and be the powerhouse that he can be. Meantime, now they're all grouped up towards Longhouse. They're going to push out with the help of the flash. They do spot out Kerrigan. They force him back. But with now these 2 smokes and 2 flashes, how are they going to execute onto the site? Oh, KGB is actually behind them. He's stuck by Neo.
I think they're aware. You can tell that they must have heard some footsteps. There's 2 people stacked up on it. KGB deleted by Snacks. And now, Neo's the man to watch. He has crawled through the smoke, and I don't think they're anticipating. Didn't hit the initial shot, though, and that's actually going to be a bit of a problem for him. Taz, low on health, but he's pushing on towards the site. Well,
the smokes do miss, but Taz does get in towards the site, does catch off the man, watching towards Catwalk, picks up the kill on his Zipnix. And now they will have the site, they will have the edge situation. Kerrigan trying to stall for time, but Taz picks up another. That's 2 so far in the round for him. And now it's on the hands of Device and Dupree. Device on 1 HP, and this is going to be a tough retake for them.
Oh, nigh impossible now. 11 points of health between them, and they're like, well, that's not going to go too well. Keeping hold of the Kevlar and backing away from that one. Probably the best decision. And they are going to see VP pick that one up. Just 1 casualty. It actually felt like TSM had a good read. They knew VP were going to be hitting that ace site. They were expecting a large presence long, but through use of smokes and a good push from Taz and that double frag is going to bring that round home.
Well, one thing I liked out of that too was that KGB, he did go for the push middle and did flank around them towards long. We'll get back to that point in just a few seconds while we do see him pushing out Dupree looking for the kill, which he can't connect. Device will get one. Will quickly be shut down right after that. But he went for the push middle, KGB. He got the information. But what I loved about it was that Neo, he heard it, played it cool, didn't try to go for the challenge where he could have possibly lost out in the 1v1. Instead, he tells his team, all right, the guy's pushing behind you, and he goes Catwalk to cause a distraction. So from that, they're able to pincer move onto the A side. They pick up Zipnix, like you saw, just sitting behind the boxes looking towards Catwalk, and it was an easy take. So Virtus.Pro, they pick up the pistol round, and now buy up a little bit. Actually, 1 AK picked up for Snacks. They're looking for round number 2 on the board.
Yeah, and they're looking to be just going for a brute force Virtus plow on towards that B site. It looks like Dupree's going to be first on the scene, though, as things do take a little bit of a slow motion pace. I tell a lie, here they come, and he's got the CZ. There's done a big chunk of damage to the VP side as Device connects with the Scout as well. And actually, TSM's buy is not looking too shabby here. They have the armored 5.7s, and they're going to be in a position for a retake. 1 Scout, 2 pistols up against the SMGs and AK of VP. Oh, he's taking a big chunk of Snacks. They can get this retake here.
Those jumping shots are so deadly, and it looks like TSM might actually go for the save, but they have KGB flanking around. Zipnix looking to push through Upper Dark. Bialy, though, going to be waiting, and he'll have 2 men to meet up against, but he's not sitting on that much HP. There's no kits, so I'm assuming they're just waiting for some exit kills. Not really going to commit to this at all. And I would imagine he's going to push through tunnels, and he should fall from this one. But TSM playing it smart, trying to get a couple of kills where they can, couple of guns if they can pick him up. And Snacks, he's going to lose his AK no matter what.
Yeah, and I mean...
And Taz is going to die from this too. Like, they didn't win the Eco round, even though they bought up a couple of scouts, but they forced them to lose almost every single gun, and Taz is just barely going to escape with the AK. But they made it expensive at Virtus.Pro, and considering Virtus.Pro, what, the Molotov, second round onto Plat, that was really unexpected, but they really want to cover all their corners and have a clean round. Unfortunately, TSM with the scouts is able to make that not happen.
Yeah, still, money isn't going to be as crazily affected as you may expect. We are still going to be seeing the AKs and the full armor board. Plenty of nades as well, even another molly for Pasha, as we're going to be jumping into our third round. And looks like already we're going to see blood drawn by Bialy. This is going to be a big spread of damage as we're going to see 2 frags exchanged on either side of things. That's actually in favor of TSM. As now Carrigan, just a P250 to his name, is going to be deleted as the nade and AK combined completely removes his health bar. And now just Device and Dupree left to kind of clutch at straws and see if they can pull something together.
Well, they've got Device watching the cross. They will have one smoke to actually block him off, but it doesn't cover the entirety of this. He's going to get a clean shot off. He misses, unfortunately, onto Taz, who was crossing. And Neo does capitalize, picking up the kill into Dupree, and now Device in a 1-on-3 situation. It's going to be tough. He can possibly pull it off, but he doesn't have a kit. He's going to have to go extra fast. And Neo will shut him down quickly. Virtus.Pro pick up the first 3 rounds, as we expected. Not as cleanly as they might have hoped for, but they get them nonetheless.
Just about, and we are going to be seeing the Glass Cannon Cajun B pick up that AWP or AWP. Oh, that could have rhymed there. Cajun B with the AWP. Either way, they are going to be buying up majority as they can. They are scraping stuff together, a couple of FAMAS, no head armor for 3 of them, or, well, no armor in general for Cajun B. But either way, they're going to be going to do their best to bring this 4th round home.
Virtus.Pro going for a quick push, potentially over towards the B site. TSM showing a sign of force towards long. They send 3 men there every time just to hold that area off, then they can rotate people back, as Zipnix has gone back towards CT spawn, and KGB just backing Kerrigan up. But Virtus.Pro still taking their time. Let's see, they do have a lot of smokes to work with, so they could go mid to be pushed if they wanted to. They still have Pasha waiting to pincer in with Dupree and Device waiting. With a minute 10 to go on the clock, they're not really in too much of a hurry, but now being flashed out, Town's going to be the first one. Release spot on top of box. Zipnix, I believe he did get some information knowing that they are crossing through, and they're going to have to reinforce this quickly.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure applied to Device here as he's going to be holding on towards the site. Here come the flashes, here come the footsteps, but he's actually going to draw 2. The Dupree gets one as well, and VP are starting to crumble. 1 man left, and there's 5 to find, and he's not going to get anything, as Dupree was the only casualty in that round. First round on the board for TSM, and that's going to put them in a good situation for the next.
That flashbang, though, that was thrown into sight. It completely blinded out Device, and yet he was able to stay alive long enough to stop them from pushing in. Like that 2-man push, I think Pasha got shut down trying to come through tunnels to really apply the pressure from another angle. But when it comes down to it, that was just pure aim, and Device really stepping up for his team as well as Dupree to shut down that push.
Ooh,
and they finally secure themselves the first round on the board. And Virtus.Pro, they're not done. They just want to keep hammering these rounds in, keep buying up, keep making it expensive for TSM. Fortunately, last round though, I think they only got 1 kill, so not really enough.
Yeah, and I mean, you got the armored P250, the armored Tech 9, and scraping together 2 Galils with the 1 AK. It's not ideal, but oh, Device, little does he know there is a swarm of enemies just on the other side of those doors. Zipnix readies his Molotov. He's going to finally catch a glimpse of 1, but that's not going to give him all the information he needs, as it's actually going to be Taz who shows his head. Takes a decent chunk out of Device, but that bomb's still caught in middle. I don't know if he caught a glimpse of the bomb carrier, though.
I'm not sure either. Virtus.Pro in the meantime now, with the smokes coming in, they're looking to push out, and they will smoke off CT yet again, smoke off the area towards windows so they can't be actually shot from there, but they have to peek straight through it, and they're going to push back into sight. They have, they have the guns to do it. Device, though, going to be looking to shut down this door.
Oh, that's beautiful. He steps on his own Molotov, only takes 1 though. That is not a good trade. Bialy onto Dupree. That's going to open up the B site wide open, as it's going to be down to Zipnix to draw blood. Takes Taz down from middle, and that's going to enable his teammates to rotate from the A site. It's a 3v3. Armor does favor, armor and health does favor TSM, but why is that bomb not down?
It's not inside B yet.
The smoke went to get through. Oh my god, I saw it on one side of the wall. I must have misread it. But now the bomb's going down.
Here we go. Oh, the Molotov going to catch Bialy completely off guard. He will fall from this. Now Pasha and Neo, the last 2 alive, as TSM started to push in. Neo, the last man now. He will take 2, but he can't get the last, and Kerrigan does close things out. And that will get TSM another round. Again, not as clean as they would have hoped, but they still get the round nonetheless. Virtus.Pro, they did invest a lot of money into that round as well, buying up, what, 1 AK, 2 Galils, a Tech 9, and P250. And they potentially have the money to buy again if they want to keep this pressure on.
Yeah, and that's a big if. I mean, the money does kind of maybe hint towards the VP eco, especially after not succeeding in that round, but they are going to go for it. We're going to be seeing a Scout, a Galil, an Armor Tech 9, and the double AK. So they are just scraping together their funds and looking to be successful in this round. In their defense, they did get very, very close to that round victory with what they bought prior. Let's see if they can do one better now. Pasha holding middle. It's going to be Orb Scout. I know who I'd favor, but not going to see this shot connect as KGB is going to back away and cross.
He was trying to read into TSM, I believe, because he wasn't even watching the cross. Like, he didn't even try to see how many people went over towards that B side, and Neo just going to walk out middle without being spotted. Whoa. Will eventually take quite a bit of damage from Device. The Virtus.Pro just don't seem to have an answer just yet. Maybe it is they need to save up and go for a full-out buy, because you're seeing they're missing a lot of utility. They're missing a lot of nades, a lot of flashes, a lot of smokes that they could use to execute onto these sites. But now with Neo on 16 HP, Snacks on 51.
The two AKs have got the least amount of health. That is not how you want to position it.
It's not. And they have to look for an opening. And when you have Xyp9x just waiting inside a site, it's going to be tough. But Device does secure the first. Does cut off Neo from that Virtus.Pro squad. And it looks like they want to go for an execute towards A. Like, they do have two flashes and a smoke, so they could smoke something off, maybe drop towards CT if they wanted to. With 40 seconds to go, and TSM getting information, knowing they're on catwalk, this is going to be difficult.
Xyp9x is so ready.
Flashes.
His flashes are coming out. He's going to be white as a snowy day, but he's going to find one. Look for the second as well. KGB is going to respond with the AWP as well. So now just two members of VP remain. And God, that is another faulty push from the Virtus.Pro boys. Bialy, though, does open up, as does Taz, and that's just going to be a quick response from TSM to put them back in their place. And I think Virtus.Pro are finally, dare I say it, gonna... I don't want to say it.
They're finally going to save.
I was going to say, are they going to save? Oh, I think they might actually. I think we're going to see a Glock train. Phew.
Might be a couple of pistols. Yeah, I see a Deagle for Bialy. A couple of P250s in there. But Bialy last round, he actually was solo long, where he had Kerrigan there in a 1v1.
Yeah.
But I believe he got smoked out, so he pushed out a little bit late. And if he went a little bit quicker, he could have caught Kerrigan off from the back, because Kerrigan just completely abandoned long A. So maybe a little bit of misplay, maybe just a little bit of a misread. But again, they weren't fully bought up. Well, these pistols, what was it? Three P250s, easy
so
for me to say,
numbers.
And two Deagles. They still can put a lot of work in. I'm just thinking about...
That's a perfect angle from KGB.
I think about luminosity and how well they use the Deagles, and we could see that happening here for Virtus.Pro. Bialy picks up one.
Yeah, and they're going to be seeing actually two for VP. This is a more successful round than some of their force buys, but still, we are going to be seeing two TSM bodies put to bed. That's another great shot from KGB. Such an effective AWP on these angles. Just holds the tight angle and has the reaction speed to follow up. That was 3 for him, and we're going to be seeing the 4th now on the board for TSM.
Still expensive, though. Those 3 kills. And you look at the economy of TSM, and they're not really sitting too healthy. You know, they can... Maybe about the next round if they do lose this one, but they don't have a stable economy to really fall back to if they start to slip on a couple of rounds. So Virtus.Pro now fully buying up. They have quite a few Molotovs, 2 to work with Pasha and Stacks. Smokes, the flashes, the whole kit.
This is going to be the test for TSM, and
it's...
I mean, I'm seeing a big preference from the VP boys of just this kind of slow attention to mid. It's usually 2 or 3. Sometimes they push up, and they're going to do exactly that same thing again.
Well, what's rough is that Pasha hasn't really been able to afford an op in these first, 7-8 rounds. Like, he hasn't been able to go head-to-head against KGB or go for any of these picks down middle, or even, like, really spotting the cross. So, you know, Virtus.Pro, they need to be able to afford that for him. Even though Pasha's one of the operators that doesn't necessarily rely on it too much, he can use the rifles quite a bit. I was even remembering Katowice, where he had, like, more rifle kills than op kills. But look at that, Taz is going to push out towards the smoke device. Off to his left device. I think he got a little bit of damage into him, but hasn't picked up the kill. And Virtus.Pro, in the meantime, are pushing in towards catwalk. Oh my god, Taz is walking straight towards CT spawn!
He's snuck through enemy lines and he's been able to catch up one. Oh, no, it's not. Device finally wakes up, and now here comes Bialy on the offensive.
No, he's looking for the kill. There's a man towards ramp. Kerrigan picks that up, and they've stalled this push. The bomb is down. Xyp9x coming in from CT. Neo will respawn. Snacks picking up Kerrigan. Now Device and Dupree, the last 2 alive. They do have the M4s. They do have the potential to pull this off. They need to pick up some kills. They get Neo down. The bomb will finally get planted, but now in a 2-on-2 after plant situation. Snacks on 17 health. Pasha on 45. This is doable for TSM.
Certainly is. The flash comes in, and that's 2 very blind terrorists. We're going to see a great positioning from Dupree. It's still a 1v1, though, and Pasha's health a little worse for wear. He has got the advantage. He's jump shot sitting on the plan. He's thinking about it. Doesn't quite connect. And now it's going to be ring around the rosy, trying to play the clock, and Pasha levels the playing field and more as he takes down Dupree, and unfazed with that 1 point of health, he managed to pick that round up for his team.
Looks like that practice Pasha's been doing all day on Dust2 is working out for him. Virtus.Pro do net themselves their 4th round and tie things up. And like we were saying before, TSM not on that stable of an economy, and we see that reflected in round number 9 with just a Scout, MP9, a FAMAS, a 5.7 or 2 in there. A very shoddy buy. Again, still very possible to pull this off. Virtus.Pro not looking as solid as they do on other maps. But I feel like we're in a very limbo state currently in this game. Not one team really getting that solid advantage against the other.
I think that's a really nice summary of it, and I think that's probably down a lot to the VP force buys that have been really chunking down TSM's economy, as you highlighted prior. Still, Bomb heading towards middle. No surprises there. VP definitely have their go-to. That lurk from Neo Internet's looking to catch us someone as well, but in the meantime, Device just lurking with that 5-7.
Well, if you take a look at the overview, you can see on the minimap, there's actually no one inside of A. Like, there's no one sitting inside of the site, because they have Xyp9x pushed up towards CT spawn to back Device up if they do rush him. They have KGB backing up Kerrigan towards long A as he does finally retreat back towards Car to help out. And Virtus.Pro are just taking their time. They realize, guys, we need to build a stable economy. We need to get Pasha, on and off potentially. We need to have clean rounds, clean, concise rounds. And by slowing things down just a little bit, that might be exactly what they need to do to pull this off.
They are going to be, once again, pushing towards that short side. At least that's what Pasha's got his eyes on. As Device with just this armor 5-7 is still hanging about on doors.
Oh, he might get one.
This is it. This is the reward he's been looking for, but the risk didn't quite pay off. Xyp9x did get that trade, though, and that's important. And here come VP, and the nades do indicate just that. But KGB, he's got a scout. It's certainly not the AWP, but he's still going to be hitting shots. As the little jump's perfect. That's a second. He's just chunking them down. His teammates are mopping up.
And Xyp9x coming in like it's one scout tag, one pistol shot, and the person does fall. He's gonna.
Oh, again.
Unfortunately, I think actually no, he did hit that one. So now Pasha on 20 health, Bialy on 12, and TSM on a save round basically, or a forced buy, which is scouts, MP9s, 5-7s are gonna pull this off. Dupree picks up the last kill. They should be able to salvage most of those AKs. Well done by TSM to take the lead back in their hands.
And they're just giving the masterclass to Virtus.Pro on how to play a force buy. That was beautiful from KGB. He took so many tags. I think was that 3 connections with the scout?
That's what makes the scout so damn powerful. You see him jumping time and time again to see over that little corner where you wouldn't expect someone. Gets the tag. Xyp9x comes in with some clean kills with the 5-7, and they pick up the AKs. They win the round, and TSM, it's got to be a big confidence booster for him.
Pasha? I thought I saw it. I thought I saw an SG553. Maybe a bit of fat fingers. We'll find out. That's an intentional play. Either way, Snacks is going to be the man that's given that one
for him, right?
It was a gift, yeah, a gift from Pasha.
Well,
maybe it's Snacks' birthday. As they have got, wow, they've got super aggressive into long. Neo's managed to push right on up there past the Molotov. I don't know if they're aware of his position. Nades do indicate that they do, as the Molotov is going to be thrown out again. That's 2 Molotovs, a smoke as well. They're just raining down fire and actually going to be connecting on towards Bialy as they continue. And wow, Kerrigan, he doesn't need to see them to pick up these frags.
This is why it's so difficult to take long A against TSM, since they throw 3 men at it ASAP. You can rush out, but you're going to be completely blind. There's going to be Molotov, since TSM want to build that stable economy, buying up everything they possibly can in this round. And TSM haven't lost down a single man. Snacks on 11 health. Stabs trying to push through middle. It does get the challenge onto Device, does take him down, so we'll have a potential gun if he can get to it. But luckily for them, they have the bomb. Xyp9x not on that great of health like Snacks. If he can pull off these shots, if he can kill Xyp9x, this would be huge. Kerrigan's left over towards long A, but Taz, fortunately, now falling. And I had hopes. I had hopes for Snacks in the SIG.
Did you see a 10 health SG 1v4? Is that what was used?
No, it's just, I mean, I remember back when they were buffed, it was like the AUG got this giant buff and everyone started using it. It's not like a bad gun, it's just not really cost effective when you can do the same with a, well, you can do better with an AK. So yeah, I think that's definitely a little bit of fat fingers out of Pasha.
Well, we'll see how that's going to
muscles in his fingers.
Yeah, his money is level with his team now. Maybe he just wanted to take the investment and see if they could get anything with it, but not going to be too difficult for the VP boys to get back into this. When I say that, though, Device is just going to be slaughtering this pistol round from the Virtus.Pro boys. They've just got P250s and Glocks between them, and Device going to pick up 2 and make the call to his teammates that there's a few more going to be pushing towards middle. And look at that. They're just going to be Taz, the only man, really, who's going to pick up a frag in this one. That's all on to Pasha.
All right, so yeah, you can pretty much write this round off. Or, yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it, because I still, there's always hope with a P250, but most likely we can say that's going to be over. And Virtus.Pro, I'm wondering where the return kills. Where one person goes out, dies, they have another person follow and able to get the 1v1 trade, because terrorists benefit more with the 1v1 trade than the CTs will. I'm wondering what's going on with those, and we'll see a little bit more in this round as TSM now take a 3-round lead, up 7-4 in the first half. The buy-up coming back in. Again, we still yet to see an op come out of Virtus.Pro, and we're going to see KGB back on the AWP.
It does sound nice, doesn't it? Either way, we did actually see, of course, in round 8 that VP boys picked up that 1 round after the D3 from the pistol, and then straight after that, they got money screwed as TSM picked that one up. So, 7-4 the scoreline. Virtus.Pro do have a good handful of nades, not really ideal. They do just have that one volley on Taz. He's gone aggressive, and this time it pays off. Kerrigan, this pretty solid defense on the long is finally starting to fall down.
That's
and
a big kill because Kerrigan now down. KGB has no backup from long A, no protection from the backside. Bialy can push in, but KGB just going with his chances, picks up one kill, does eventually fall. And Virtus.Pro, they're going to get the bomb down, and that kill by Bialy was so impactful on the Kerrigan. Device, he can't get the spray in. Now it's Dupree in a 1-on-4.
As the bomb goes down, his money suggests he could do pretty well here. Take the risk, take some weapons out of the VP boys, but Neo says no. As we are going to see the AWP recovered as well. And that I think, is that the first AWP? Hang on.
Yep, we're going to see the first
AWP. Is that the first AWP for Pasha?
Able to salvage it. But again, I just want to point out, like, Kerrigan's been holding long A. You have KGB kind of holding the roadway there, and then you have Zipnik sitting back towards CT or towards site. And when Kerrigan falls, KGB's by himself with an AWP, forced to look in 2 different directions. And when you do that, Bialy gets some free damage, some free pressure from the backside of him, and it forces KGB to make mistakes. And that's why that kill was so damn big out of Virtus.Pro. And then that's himself another round, but we're going to find out how Pasha is going to work with this AWP. He's still watching down middle. Maybe waiting for Device to re-peek it to challenge. But Snacks, oh, if he doesn't flash or force Device to look away, this is going to be dangerous. Yeah, there we go. Flash coming in just to reposition, and Virtus.Pro can get some sort of ground going in the middle. Yeah, wise to send Pasha in first. He can get that pre-aim. He can really lock down the AWP presence from Device. To say that, though, I think he did just get spotted or something. Fire was definitely exchanged. Like he got shot, but I don't know.
But his health didn't go down. Snacks did get chunked down to 1 health, so we'll go with that. As he has a non-existent health bar at this point, you can just see pure black on that line. And now, with the bomb safely in the hands of Taz, Pasha hunts for an opening pick. 50 seconds on the clock. They've got so much time to work with, and I say so much time. With the amount of smokes that VP still, that TSM still have, they really do. 3 flashes is about all they have left. That's the last one thrown out towards short. And VP, they're managing to bait out a whole lot of nades in the start of this one, but now 30 seconds. Time is starting to become a bit of a problem.
There we go, a little bit of a fake towards B, and Neo going to push straight through towards CT spawn. I'm not sure Zipmix is going to spot him out. Meantime, the push towards Cat's going to be happening as well, and they're slowly going to make their way through. 20 seconds to go. Bialy picks the first kill. Neo able to secure the kill on a Zipnix, and Kerrigan will be the last man towards A to defend this from actually long. But I'm not sure if he's going to be able to pick up too much. He's going to get challenged out. There's so many people on site. He didn't even know they were there, and Bialy picks up the kill. And now Dupree and Device most likely going to be forced to save. Now, and you can see Virtus.Pro's plan. Like, Pasha was the one to go up middle, not by himself, but first, look for the peaks. Then he was the only man on Cow to push out. Like, they're really dependent on Pasha to hit these shots to open up a site. And that's the first time we've seen that strategy executed successfully from VP, and that's the first time we've seen an AWP. That is probably a bit of a positive correlation we can draw there. And the VP's attack does really rely heavily on those opening picks from Pasha. Not necessarily opening picks, but the intel he can gather as well with the positions that they put him in. We're going to be seeing the 6th round on the board for Virtus.Pro. I have to say that TSM, when VP do get their successful pushes, have no idea. Like we saw just then, Kerrigan was completely caught off guard. 3 Ts but on a site before he realized. Like that's a statement that TSM, when VP do it correctly, aren't quite ready for. I mean, it was a bold strategy, because I think he was trying to get in towards ramp behind the box before they saw him coming to get like a really nice angle, pick up a couple of kills. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out. Just kind of timing got the best of him, and unfortunately, Pasha not able to hit the cross. But Virtus.Pro back to playing passive, back to like you pointed out in the last round, forcing TSM to use all their smokes, use all their flashes, so they can hit these sites with not much resistance. And TSM, they're looking for a push towards B halls, or towards B, and Device will pick up the kill on the Pasha and shut him down, so they will have control of upper B if they want to. And even forcing Virtus.Pro to throw some smokes and some Molotovs just to stop any sort of push from coming in. So now they're going to have to go towards Cowit. They have been spotted out. KGB be waiting towards Car again, but the AWP, or not the AWP this time, is on Device, and he will be dropped. Just 3 players all looking for you. That's going to be terrifying for KGB. Kerrigan meets a similar fate, though, as he's now down and out, and while it is a level playing field, just a 5-7 for Zipnix, as he's going to be a bit cautious to push up towards Elevator. Yeah, Device to trade away is out for the AK, trying to go for the retake. It is a 3-on-3, so it is possible. You got a man towards Goose, man towards Ramp, and you got a man towards Long A, where Bialy has no resistance, so he can turn around and help out. And Taz gonna go for the challenge, gets one, can't get the second. And now TSM are charged in towards the site. Let's see what he's got. Not much. There's actually gonna be Dupree picking up his second, and wow, Bialy is chunked down low. He does have a molly. That's so important. If it lands perfectly, the defuse isn't gonna come in. I think he's got time, and Bialy. Oh no! 1 second left. The last digit didn't get put in, and Bialy's Molotov saves the day. Whoo! Take a big exhale as he secures the round for his team with a strong arm and a flame in a bottle. You have to wonder, like, Bialy, when he's throwing that, how much health does he have? How long would it take to kill him, to roast him nice and medium well? in time for that. That was like 50% luck, 50% skill. But it was so damn well done by him. I mean, the 1-for-1 trade he was able to get onto the man peeking him from CT, and then just the molly to close things off with. Wow.
50% concentrated power of will. There's now 2-3. He's going to be picking the opener. The point I was going to make way back at the start of the previous round was just how aggressive Device was getting with that AWP. He got the opening pick, but didn't quite bring the round home, as close as it may be. But look at this spy in this final round. A P90 scraped together from Device, the MP7 and even the Armor 5.7 for Xyp9x, which is becoming an all too familiar reality for him. As once again, that bomb is setting up for the short push. And TSM must have cottoned on that this is what's going to be coming in. And here it comes. Neo's going to be throwing out the Molotov this time. And KJB's ready, holding the angle. That's the first connection. And now Xyp9x trying to rattle off the shots with the P5.7. Doesn't quite connect. And here comes the 4-man push.
Oh, he misses the next two, and Bialy does clean him up. Neo going to secure one for himself as well. Now dupreeh and Kerrigan is going to be the last two alive in this 2-on-4 situation. Snax on 10 health, Neo on 3. But with both of them coming from Catwalk, it's going to be almost an impossible feat. But flash themselves in, trying to turn straight to the smoke. Snax picks up one, Kerrigan responds, he gets 2. And now he's in a 1-on-2 situation. He does not have a kit. And unfortunately for him, he will fall down. But that Bialy molly in the 14th round was just insane.
If you had a bit of a stronger American accent, that would have been a Bialy Mali. That would have sounded much better. That would have sounded much better. Either way,
I don't know if that's American.
I'm pretty
sure
it's
like
Southern.
A nice Southern draw, but well done by Virtus.Pro. I mean, considering how inconsistent and how the results haven't been that great in the last year alone.
Oh, here it is again.
Oh my
Brilliant.
gosh.
Like, hang on, let's look at the timer.
He was like, is that like 44?
It goes down so fast. Oh my lord, he's going to be... I mean, that would have been a fisted desk moment. I'd have been a little bit upset about that one. Because, I mean, you hear the molly, and then you see you've got 40 points of health with 2 seconds left. You're like, right, well, we're good. We're good.
We're Gucci.
And we didn't see that one get picked up, damn it. Either way, that does wrap up the first half, and Virtus.Pro just pipping them at the post, 8-7. It's going to be a real rocky second half. It's going to be interesting to see actually how well, as the sides swap, VP execute their CT side.
Well, TSM, I feel like they're going to be a little bit stronger on the T side of Virtus.Pro, but Virtus.Pro started off pretty strong with the 1-for-1 trade towards long A. And TSM looking to just continue to push through. They have the smoke, they have a nade too, and KJB just picking up kills. He's able to actually allow the bomb to get towards site, but Neo just spamming through the smoke, picks up one.
Yeah, we missed actually. Snax got boosted over the smoke in double doors to pick up that open. That was so stylish. I think that's a nice word to summarize the VP boys. They are going to be seeing the flash come out. Device vision obscured, but KJB's picking up where he left off. And now 2v2. Health does favor VP, as does Snax's positioning. What? KJB with just 14 points of health isn't going to get the seconds. Taz swings around and puts one into his chest to bring the first round home. Defuse and the 9th round now on the board for VP.
All right, good start for them. Virtus.Pro picking up both pistol rounds in this game so far. I'm actually going to look at the scoreboards to see what they're kind of at. We have Taz sitting at 12-12. We have Neo at 15-12. We have Bialy at 15-12. And over on the other side for TSM, Device at 16-12. dupreeh at 13-10. Everyone really performing well on the side of TSM. You know, there's only a 6-kill difference between the top fragger and the bottom fragger. On the side of Virtus.Pro, they're a little bit different when you have people at 15 and 6. Snax not really having the best performance in this game, when he's typically the man you can always depend on. But here we go. TSM buying up. Tech9s, P250, Galil. TSM, are they going for the quick push or are they going for the slow push? And it looks like they're going for a little bit slow.
Again with the boost. They know what they want to do, and you're right, TSM set up to potentially have a bit more of a favorable T side. Not if Taz connects it again. That's twice. 2 out of 2 successful. Oh, here we go. MP9 spray down. Going to be double as he's got the hot rod. That's not going to be enough for the third, though, as we are going to see his teammates come to mop up. The PP Bison of Bialy even finding ahead. And that's going to be a big influx of money with those SMG frags.
And I'm waiting to see when the first gun round kicks off for TSM, because I'm assuming, or at least hoping for them, that they win that round. You know, just again, based off past results, Virtus.Pro played Dust2 only 8 times in 2015, and they've lost the majority of the games with 5 losses, 3 wins. You look at TSM, they've played it 25 times with 18 wins and 7 losses, beating teams like NIP twice, Dignitas, Envious.
Yeah.
Like, TSM should have the stronger Dust2, but, you know, Virtus.Pro made this little bit of time that they've had off, you know. Not going to DreamHack, has been able to fix some things that they haven't been able to do in the past.
Yeah, we saw things get kind of close with mousesports until they kind of switched on that second half. But I mean, a 10-5 CT half on Cobble suggests that mousesports were challenging TSM at one point or another. Still, this game is by no means over. Just 10-7, and we are going to be seeing Pasha try and do what KGB did so well. He is going to connect the first, looking for the second. No, he doesn't hit it, as now Snacks has already responded onto Dupree. TSM have managed to push on towards the side, and he knows one of them's low as he's trying to hit the jump shots. And actually, this isn't going too badly for TSM. Oh, as I say that, the final 3 frags do get picked up, but they made it relatively costly.
That's 2 bomb plants in a row, too. So TSM going to have a full buy into this round number 3. So that's all they really needed to get things going in the round. And I feel like after DreamHack Tours, you know, that just happened last weekend, everyone saw MBK and his jumping scout shots that they're like, you know what? We can do that. We'll just pick up scouts and buy them a lot more often. And you're seeing how damn strong it is. The jumping scouts, the scouts in general, when you follow it up with a pistol, it can really turn rounds, well, for lack of a better term, around.
Yeah, and you saw that dude who was playing Scout only. It was on the front page of Reddit, and he was insane. Yeah. All it did was make me want to buy a Scout and run around on Deathmatch, and then I realized I can't do
and then
that.
I realized I'm crap.
Yeah, either way, Shot isn't going to miss out as they do use that nade to obscure vision for the cross, and I do see that being done an awful lot. Of course, that enables you to have that extra smoke for the B hold, or that late mid smoke if you desire. Device versus, actually I was going to say the AWP Pasha. Pasha sticking with the Scout just as we were talking about it. He's going to choose to keep it in his hands, and we'll see what they can do with that, as TSM are going to follow a similar template that VP started with this 3-man presence on short.
And TSM actually going to be going for the op on Device to see if he can do anything, see if he can challenge maybe on the Pasha. He's not really in a position to do that so far. He's going to be heading towards Catwalk momentarily. And TSM, it looks like they have the desired area they want to hit. They want to go towards Catwalk. They have the smokes. They have the flashes, even some Molotovs to force them in bad positions. But let's see how the execute does go. They're actually smoked off yet again. Pasha going to be waiting on the side. And I'm assuming someone's going to jump CT spawn. I'm assuming they want to if they have the smoke for it. But here we go. Pasha doesn't connect. Actually, I think he did connect on a Kerrigan. But they back away. They're giving this up to TSM. They're going for the retake.
We'll see if, excuse me, KGB can find these openers on towards short. Neo says no, though, as we're going to be seeing that 4v3. Oh, trying to change the numbers, trying to level the playing field out. Devices get brought low. It's going to be AWP v Scout if he's not too careful, though. And Pasha, knowing that 2 of these players are low, and he could favor this one, as we're going to see once again. The molly gets thrown out to sight. Wow! Blood is drawn, and Bialy with the double. And now all onto Carrigan. 3 to find, and Bialy picking up another 3 in that round for this man. And he seems to just thrive from that long side. Molly or not, he picks up frags.
I feel like that was one of the slowest retakes in CS history. They sat along with 2 people, just like, yeah, we'll wait.
We got this.
We'll take our time. We'll throw Incinerator in there just to buy a little bit of time. And then just like that, in a matter of a second, 3 people died on TSM side. And Virtus.Pro able to go for the retake. And you point out the scout, the scout out of Pasha last round. Well, now he's got himself an op from the other side. He's got devices. So 0 cost for him to get that. And look at that economy starting to build up.
I was going to say, this is a stark contrast to what TSM's economy looked like on their opening CT rounds. They were winning rounds, but it was a whole lot more costly than it has been for VP. And so with that, a lot of money in the bank, this is going to have to be... TSM needs to start rocking this Polish boat if they want to pick this one up. Pasha is in a prime position to pick up this frag on long if he chooses to peek it. He does, and Carrigan gets put into the grave as he looks for a second towards that pit area. Nade does chunk him down though, and the flash is coming in. They're trying to execute, and Dupree has taken the first step in the right direction.
Pasha misses a shot, misses 2 unfortunately, but he's not going to miss much more than that. And just as I call it, he misses a 3rd. Pasha, come on, his device picks up 2 snacks now. Stuck in the elevator, looking for a little bit of backup, looking for maybe another kill. And a 2-on-3 situation, but KGB waiting then to push to the smoke. He will get flashed up, he's turned completely away, and look at, oh no! Stacks, he can't connect the shots, and now it's all in the hands of Neo.
Are you the chosen one? Not going to be it, as Device gets that one, and we're going to be seeing TSM pick up a round, primarily though because of missed shots from Virtus.Pro.
That was, yeah, exactly. That was a really sketchy play by TSM. They rushed 1-man long A, he got taken out by Pasha immediately, and then it was just like a big lull of 10 to 15 seconds of no one...
It felt almost miscommunication, because that dude was getting very little information. I mean, he could say there's an AWP on A.
Yeah, they knew where Pasha would be then, but it's like, well, if he's not long, he's going to be probably A anyways.
Right.
Yeah, really, really wonky. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But then you got to have to wonder, Pasha, he missed 3 shots that maybe he should have hit. Most likely should have been able to hit, which would have stopped TSM in their tracks. So TSM getting a little bit of luck, I say, in that round.
Snacks doing exactly what he's done again. Him and Taz seem to favor this boost, and it's picked up 2 frags, and the 2 times they've done it. That was hard to say. Either way, though, this stack does once again succeed. TSM need to learn their lesson and learn it fast, as we're going to be seeing Carrigan taken down early. Aggressive push from Pasha does take damage, but do damage. Oh, that's a shot. Just see the pixel of KGB's head, and he's going to take him down with it. Got another one low, and that molly may be enough to take Dupree down and out of this one. If not, it could have been Neo, but not today. So, low health Dupree. Zipnik's a bit worse for wear as well. And the 4 CTs Starting to adopt some pretty aggressive holds.
And Pasha just got a ridiculous amount of damage done with the dinks, even being blind in middle. And the Molotov forcing Dupree back in towards upper tunnel, where he was able to take out Neo, where Neo should have been able to win on that 1v1. But either way, 4-on-3, TSM not on a lot of health. And Pasha still lurking in mid. On catwalk, he could peek around, get Zipmix down. He will pick up the kill, looking down towards lower as Dice does get the trade. Now a 2-on-3, and Taz, lucky for him, able to pick up the kill towards the B site. So VP close out the round. And now, after losing one, they pick up another because of the stable economy that they've gotten, because of picking up the op in the last round before, able to save that for Pasha, not have to spend it himself. And now they're up 13-8.
Taz, Bialy, and Neo, top of the scoreboard and looking really fierce. It has to be said, TSM, they have their 8 rounds, but this is a very convincing CT side from the Virtus.Pro boys. They managed to screw TSM, though, with that victory. Of course, TSM picked up the round prior. And with that, their economy is going to be even more so.
I love that stack.
It's great, isn't it? And then, let's be honest, 3 out of 3 times they picked up a frag.
And you have Taz looking away, so if a flash comes in, he can just sweep around, and Snacks can just turn around. So it's like a little pivoting turret for them. But Pasha able to push out, able to get 1 kill, and get dropped to very low health and just back away. Not trying to lose on any guns, and Snacks...
Again!
I mean, TSM, like, there's got to be some point where you stop running into these bullets as Taz able to secure one for himself.
It's just a pillar of bullets that they just seem to walk into. As these guys are going to pick up a few of this, I think it's just purely P250s. TSM, and Zipmix knows his time is now. He's down as well, and just 2 rounds away from victory. Virtus.Pro looking incredible. I don't know how sincere Pasha was being, saying, I'm just going to play Dust2 today, but he's certainly looking strong, as is his team.
Well, Virtus.Pro have been playing a little... versatile, with their long A, because we saw TSM, they sent 3 people constantly over towards long to get that early control, then back away. But in the last 2 rounds alone, Virtus.Pro, or last 3 rounds, they completely left long A alone. They had people play on site instead in catwalk to apply more pressure there. They're boosting people back on cat yet again, and they're really giving up that long A control, where TSM looks like they've now caught on to it and have pushed out 2 men there.
Oh, Zipmix missed a very unfavorable trade there. He had the 2 heads of CTs. They weren't looking at him. Bialy a bit too quick on that spin. As once again, Taz, if he's not boosting at doors, he's boosting at elevator, as he's going to be making a push towards the smoke. He's actually going to be caught out. He gets a double. That's going to be beautiful, as Device and Carrigan are going to be put to sleep permanently, and now Snacks brought low. He is going to be able to... Oh, sorry, I say that. I was going to think he was going to be able to get out of that one, but Dupree shuts him down, and now all onto that very man I just mentioned for CTs to find, and that's going to be the 15th. Virtus.Pro. Dust2 is looking really, really strong, and it has to be said that
there's no money.
TSM have been poor for the last 2 rounds.
Yeah, they have no money to spend. They're going to be able to pick up just a couple of pistols and some armor, and even a Galil for Dupree. TSM, it looks like they just haven't come to play. Again, they have the better stats on paper. They're the better team on this map. But Virtus.Pro, again, I have to point out just maybe how important that week or 2 weeks it's been for them since their last event to just go over what's been wrong the past few weeks. Like, everyone's been mentioning time and time again that they're in every tournament, and because of that, they can't fix problems that they have. But now it seems like they have been able to, and they're looking damn good.
Yeah, and this boost again. I feel like Snacks has been spending the majority of his CT side on top of Taz's head. Flash comes in, and both manage to avoid it, and so TSM with this very, very shoddy buy. 2 Tech 9s, the P250, and that double Galil. Gonna be hungering for something. I don't know how much they'll be able to find. You see Dupree holding long as passively as he can. He has managed to push up relatively well, and it kind of gives him some intel that the CTs aren't particularly paying too much attention to that long side, and I think he may be suggesting to his team that they bring the bomb out as well.
Let's see, they do have 1 smoke to, actually, yeah, 1 smoke to work with to actually go over there, but Pasha able to pick the first kill towards Kawa. Cage be able to respawn, and Zipmix, it's this time to push through. They do have, I believe, the smoke to help shut that one down, but Cage will be able to pick up another kill. Zipmix as well, and wow. TSM on a really shoddy buy will be able to pick up their 9th round, unless Neo can go huge in a 1-on-4.
I think he's realizing his odds of this one, but TSM on the brink of defeat. Managing to pull something together. They do manage to grab the weapons out of the cold dead hands of Virtus.Pro, and they're just going to be happy to put another round on the board and delay the potentially kind of demoralizing result of 16-8.
TSM, they have to be careful. They need to save their guns. They need to not lose them. They need to build up some sort of economy. And again, even though they can't really buy up if they lose because the game's over, they still need to build a buy-up ops if they want to kind of challenge Pasha if he does go for it.
Yep, and that's going to come to a close. Zipmix and KGB picking up a double apiece. And we are going to be seeing Neo just manage to recover Taz's AWP and try and keep that one safe for the next round. Now,
oh, on a sniper and off.
I was about to suggest, are we going to see Pasha pick it up again? And we do. We saw him do decent things. I'm not going to say amazing things with it, because it's very rare you see amazing things with the auto sniper. But he has picked it up, and we saw him do stuff with it on train. Let's see if he can do it here on D2.
He's going to be heading towards long, looking for the challenge. I mean, Virtus.Pro haven't been challenging long at all, and now they're going to get some free kills, but Pasha gets completely blind up. Kerrigan able to get the response onto him. Beyond quick to return. And that's Virtus.Pro just changing things up, realizing, yeah, we give long A away every round. Why not challenge it this time? And they do get a 1-for-1 trade, which isn't really too favorable for him. But Snax is getting so much information in middle. He can hear them moving. He can see the nades coming out. And if only Device would just spray. If only he could just know.
It's almost like he's not wall hacking. Almost. That's the flash. That's actually going to completely catch Snax. No, just half partially. He's going to enable him to reposition, though, and Device is so aware there's someone around. It's going to be a 1-for-1 duel. Oh, Device does manage to come out on top. Oh, that's such a connection. That's the second double 2 days running. And now, remember, let's not forget it was KGB who picked it up before. That's a third. Zipnix goes down, and it's all onto Device. And it looks like Neo has managed to bring that 16th round home for his team. Device, 2 to find and 12 points of health to work with.
38 seconds to go. The smoke will come in, but it doesn't expect Taz off to the side, and that's going to close it out. 16-9. Virtus.Pro picking up the victory on Dust2. Neo, like, if you needed a time for him to perform, it was right there, just shutting them down coming through tunnels. One of the first times, if not the first time, TSM have hit onto the B site, and he puts a stamp on it. This is my area, get out.
TSM were just kind of doing the conga down towards B, and is that the conga?
Yeah, the conga line, yeah.
Yeah, that was right.
That was rough, but Virtus.Pro again, like, on paper, they're not the better team on Dust2 against TSM, and they show that they're still a team to mess with, and I feel like it's just been time, a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of recouping.
It does
and they look like a damn good team, like they've always has been.
I think that's a great summary. TSM, that was their, I'm going to say, first real test. No disrespect to the two teams that they've already played. Of course, it was Mouse Sports and Penta. So, the bottom half of the league table where they're currently standing in comparison to
the
Virtus.Pro.
two teams with major roster changes.
Well, yeah, exactly. And Virtus.Pro second on the league table at this point. So, that was their first real test. They didn't pass it with flying colours, and we'll see what that has to say about their next two games they're going to be playing later on tonight. That's not the next game, though. The next game will be NIP up against Navi, and that's set to be a fantastic one on Inferno. And before we do dig our teeth into that one, we just have to wait for the players to get into the server, and so we're going to take a short break. And I do say short break. It won't be long, guys, and I look forward to seeing you for that one.